The headless ghost of the palace. In the heart of an ancient kingdom, there stood a grand palace, known as Aranthea Palace. This architectural marvel was a beacon of wealth and power, yet it harbored a chilling secret that few dared to speak of: the tale of the headless ghost of the palace. The story dates back 300 years when King Hadrian the Just ruled the kingdom. Renowned for his fairness and wisdom, he was adored by his people. But within the gilded walls of Aranthea Palace, shadows of deceit and betrayal loomed. Among the courtiers was a young general, Sir Valdrike, who was the king's most trusted ally. Brave and loyal, Valdrike was a hero of many battles, yet his unwavering honor made him a target for envious nobles. A betrayal unveiled. One fateful evening, during a royal feast, a conspiracy was hatched. The jealous nobles, led by the cunning Duke Morvain, accused Valdrike of treason, presenting forged documents and fabricated witnesses. The king, devastated and torn, was forced to sentence Valdrike to death to maintain order in the court. On the day of execution, the skies were grey, and a mournful silence hung over the palace. Valdrike knelt before the executioner, his last words echoing through the courtyard: "My loyalty was my only crime. This palace will remember the truth, for my spirit shall never rest." As the axe fell, a deafening clap of thunder resounded, and Valdrike's lifeless body crumpled to the ground. His head was placed on a spike as a warning to others. But from that day on, the palace was never the same. The first sightings. Weeks after the execution, strange occurrences began. Servants reported hearing the sound of heavy boots echoing in the hallways at night. Others claimed to see a headless figure wandering the palace grounds, clutching a spectral sword. The ghost of Valdrike, it seemed, had returned to haunt the very palace that betrayed him. Over the years, the sightings became more frequent. Nobles who had conspired against Valdrike experienced mysterious accidents, falling to their deaths or disappearing without a trace. It was said that the headless ghost sought vengeance, his restless spirit bound to the palace by his wrongful execution. The curse of Aranthea Palace. The legend grew, and fear gripped the royal family. King Hadrian, consumed by guilt, dedicated his remaining years to uncovering the truth. He discovered the forged documents and exposed Duke Morvain's treachery, but it was too late. The curse had taken root. Hadrian built a grand memorial for Valdrike, hoping to appease the ghost. However, the headless spectre continued to roam, its presence a grim reminder of the king's failure. Aranthea Palace earned a reputation as a haunted place, and future kings struggled to maintain their rule. The arrival of the brave scholar. Centuries later, a young scholar named Lysandra arrived at the palace. Fascinated by the legend, she was determined to uncover the truth behind the haunting. Lysandra was fearless, armed with knowledge of ancient rituals and a heart untainted by greed or fear. One moonless night, she ventured into the palace's forbidden catacombs, where the ghost was said to reside. Armed with a lantern and an ancient tome, Lysandra recited incantations to summon the spirit of Valdrike. As the last word left her lips, the air grew icy, and the headless ghost appeared, shrouded in a spectral mist. The confrontation. Despite her trembling hands, Lysandra stood firm. "Valdrike," she called, her voice steady. "I seek to free you from this torment. Reveal the truth of your suffering." The ghost paused, its eerie glow dimming. In a voice like a distant echo, it recounted the betrayal, the lies, and the king's regret. Tears filled Lysandra's eyes as she listened to the sorrow of a man who had given everything for his kingdom, only to be betrayed. "I swear to honor your memory and share your story with the world," she vowed. The redemption. Moved by her sincerity, Valdrike's spirit began to fade. But before disappearing, he pointed to a hidden chamber in the catacombs. Inside, Lysandra found the original documents proving Valdrike's innocence and a forgotten treasure meant for the kingdom's people. Lysandra presented the evidence to the current king, who publicly absolved Valdrike of all wrongdoing. The treasure was used to rebuild the kingdom, and a grand statue of Valdrike was erected in the palace gardens. From that day on, the hauntings ceased, and the curse was lifted. But the story of the headless ghost of the palace lived on, a timeless reminder of loyalty, betrayal, and the power of truth. The legacy. Aranthea Palace became a symbol of redemption, and Lysandra was celebrated as a hero. To this day, visitors claim to feel a comforting presence in the gardens near Valdrike's statue, as if the spirit of the noble general finally found peace, guarding the kingdom he loved from beyond.